When women get their hearts broken, they glow up in a very massive way. A switch flips in our head and we're like, I'm about to become the best version of myself that I've ever been before. Because every time I have a breakup, it's the next best version and the next best version and the next best version. I dare somebody to break my heart, I might become my dream woman. They will never be able to say they were with the best version of you. If you are in a bad financial situation and you are crying about a man, I ought to slap you. You can't even afford to be worrying about a man. You don't have any money in your bank account. Learn how to make some money. I bet you won't be sad about him anymore. You know why you're still crying about him? Because you don't have anything going on for yourself. You don't have goals, you don't have dreams, you don't have ambitions, you don't have anything you're trying to see in life, you don't have a trip you're trying to plan. You've made this person your entire personality. Hi guys, I'm Nija. Welcome back to my channel. I help awaken women create their dream life through manifestation and mindset. Today we're going to talk about breakups. This was requested by one of you lovely ladies in the comment section, and she wants to know, how do I move on after a breakup? I am so happy you asked. Not only am I happy you asked, I'm really excited for you that you have just gone through a breakup. Why? Because when women get their hearts broken, they glow up in a very massive way. Most times. And I'm going to tell you how to make that you. Because there are some women who after a breakup, they spiral and they allow their life to go to shit. But then there's the majority of us who go through a breakup and completely change and transform our lives. This is the power of the glow up. If you are going through a breakup and it is painful and it is hurting you, understand that you can transmute that energy into whatever you want. Pain is powerful energy. Even if you feel relieved at the fact that you just broke up, you can take that energy and literally make your wildest dreams come true. What women don't understand is that usually when we get into partnerships, a lot of our life force energy is going towards the person. You'll notice that your partner gets better looking as a result of being with you. Their life gets better as a result of being with you. Things in their life start improving and upgrading as a result of being with you. Why? Because we are so magical, so powerful that we can enhance other people's lives just by them being in our presence, just by them being around us. That is what happens when we are sending our life force energy to these partners, to these men, to these guys. If you're a lady who likes ladies, to these girls. This is what happens when you're in a partnership. And if you're in a partnership that was not serving you for your highest and greatest good, you will notice that your life starts to, I don't even know what the word is, like fall apart in a way, because you're choosing to send your life force energy to this person and you're not focusing on yourself, on your goals, on your dreams, on what you're creating, on your self-care routine. This is what happens when we get in partnership. When we break up, a lot of times women get instantly more attractive. I'm not being funny. I'm not. Why does this happen? Because you're finally putting your energy back on yourself. You have the ability to massively glow up after a breakup. Why? Because your energy is going back to yourself. A lot of times women after a breakup, yes, you'll go through the grieving process of being sad, but then you'll go through this period of being really energized. You'll notice that you want to go to the gym really hard. You'll notice that you want to make a lot of money. Women who go through breakups go back to school and get degrees. Women who go through breakups get their dream bodies. Women who go through breakups literally change and transform their lives. They start the business. They cultivate even better friendships. Women who go through breakups, it does something to us, like psychologically, something like a switch flips in our head and we're like, I'm about to become the best version of myself that I've ever been before. That guy will never be able to say he was with the best version of you. Make it your mission that as soon as you go through a breakup, you're like, okay, it's time for me to become the next best version of myself. You will never get to say you were with the best version of me. Think about like celebrities, right? Like when somebody becomes famous and then all their exes are like, oh, I used to date them, I used to sleep with them, I used to mess with them. And then their friends are like, well, what happened? Because look at you and look at them. Like, what happened? Why would you let that go? They will never be able to say they were with the best version of you. If you take that energy of hurt, pain, frustration, sadness, and you transmute it into power. Okay, this is giving temperance energy if you know the tarot. Taking what you have and turning it into what you want. If you are feeling massively sad, massively depressed after your breakup, you need to become so viciously obsessed with birthing the next version of yourself. That is what that pain is for. That is what that hurt is for. That is what that frustration is for. Do not self-sabotage and take that pain, that sadness, that sorrow and bury yourself into a tub of ice cream, or bury yourself into overeating, or burying yourself into sleeping all day in bed, not achieving anything. That is the wrong way, the wrong use of that energy. Women, you need to learn how to turn pain into power. Okay? When I go through breakups, I'm like, I'm about to get my dream body. I'm about to learn a new language. I'm about to cop a flight. I'm about to be my best version. You will never get to say you were with the best version of me. Never. Because every time I have a breakup, it's the next best version and the next best version and the next best version. I dare somebody to break my heart. I might become my dream woman. I dare you to. That is how you ladies need to be. If somebody wants to break your heart, you use that energy and turn it into power. You become so obsessed and so focused on your goals. You need to know what you want. Because most of the time when we get in relationships, that person is just a distraction. And why are we crying over somebody who was not the best version, like the best person who we could have possibly been with? Usually we get with a guy and they're not even all of that. But because we spend time with them, we start sleeping with them. In our head, something chemically changes and we start to see them as something that they're completely not. A lot of these guys that you're crying over, they're only hot shit because you made them hot shit. They're only attractive because you made them attractive. You gave them your time, your energy, and that is what made them attractive. They're not even really cute. You know what made them cute? You choosing them. Go through a breakup with an ugly person and this will really like mess with your self-esteem, because you'll be like, dang, he wasn't even cute. He wasn't even cute. I made him cute by spending my time with him. I made him cute by pouring my love into him. He's not even cute. It happens all the time. So if you happen to find yourself in that predicament where you're going through a breakup and you feel like you've lost yourself, you can collect yourself very easily. Ask yourself one question. What do I need to work on next? What needs to be worked on in my life? Is it I need to pour more self-love into me? I need to work on my looks. I need to work on my body. I need to make more money. Ladies, can I dig in your ass just for like 30 seconds? If you are in a bad financial situation and you are crying about a man, I ought to slap you. You can't even afford to be worrying about a man. You don't have any money in your bank account. How dare you be crying about a man leaving you? You need to be crying about the money leaving you. Learn how to make some money. I bet you won't be sad about him anymore. Pour yourself into becoming extremely wildly successful and rich. I bet you won't be crying about him anymore. You know why you're still crying about him? Because you don't have anything going on for yourself. You don't have goals, you don't have dreams, you don't have ambitions, you don't have anything you're trying to see in life, you don't have a trip you're trying to plan. You can't even see your life anymore because you're just so worried about him. You've been spending and pouring all your energy into him. There's nothing left for you to focus on yourself. You're sad and crying about being by yourself. You don't even know how good it is to be alone because you can't even see your life anymore. You've made this person your entire personality. God did you a favor by having you guys break up. Especially if you feel like you don't know who you are without that person. That's exactly why the breakup needed to happen. Because how dare you forget for a moment who you are because somebody says that they don't love you or they don't want you. And maybe you're the one who initiated the breakup. And yeah, it still hurts. But use that energy to become your best version. Why are you crying over somebody who was not even husband material? Why are you crying over somebody who has a bad credit score, has no money, doesn't have any, like, a roof to put over your head? Okay, I would be crying if he was fully providing for me and taking care of me and making my life better. But some of these guys are not even doing that. Some of these guys are just sitting on your couch, watching your TV, wasting your electricity bill, eating up all your food, and you have the audacity to be crying when they're leaving? They don't even know how to wash their own laundry. Just laying on the couch, stinky, musty, nasty, can't rub two thoughts together, and you have the audacity to be crying about losing somebody? That breakup is the best thing that could have ever happened to you. Because you can finally see who this person really is. A nobody. And you can see that you've attached yourself to a nobody and now your self-esteem is hurt. You need to rediscover who you are. What are your goals? What are your dreams? Become wildly obsessed with yourself. Pour that energy back into you. This is what you do when you go through a breakup. Remember who you are. I'm telling you guys, women are so freaking phenomenal. It's crazy. They go through a breakup and then end up with 3 degrees. They go through a breakup and go travel the world by themselves. They go through a breakup and can speak like 5 different languages and started 5 different LLCs and have just completely changed and transformed their life. That breakup is the greatest blessing. I don't even know what to tell you. Don't look back. Here's another piece of advice. If you're really trying to get over somebody, go on a date and don't take it seriously. Go on a date. If you just had a breakup, like, okay, give yourself some time to grieve, to cry about it, to be upset about it. Go on a date and don't even take it seriously. Don't go on the date with like the intention of, oh my god, I'm just ready to meet my forever person. I'm ready to meet my new soulmate. I'm ready. Like, this last guy was not it, but I'm gonna find the guy I'm gonna marry next. No. Go on a date and tell yourself, I'm just here to have fun. If they ask you, what are you looking for? I'm just really trying to have fun. You know, don't even tell them I'm looking for my husband, I'm looking for my soulmate. No. If you just got out of a relationship, go on a date with somebody and do it just to have fun. Why are you doing this? You're doing this because you're going to start forgetting about the person who you were heartbroken about. Like, yes, you can just like let time heal all wounds, which it does and it will. But putting yourself back out there in your mind reminds you that they are not the only person in the world, number one. Number two, that other people see your value, see your worth, and know that you are beautiful, attractive, and would love to, you know, spend time with you. So it's an ego boost, it's a confidence booster, okay? And 3, you're not thinking about that person anymore. It's easier to move on. Now, I'm not saying go on a date with somebody and sleep with them. Ladies, close your legs. That is not the advice. No. But go have fun. Remind yourself that there is a world out there outside of that person. It is safe to do so. When you're on that date and they ask you, what are you looking for? Do not give them the rundown of what you're, don't say, I'm looking for my husband and he needs to be 6'3" and he needs to have a house and he needs to have a car and he needs to have this career. And stop it. This is what you tell them. Oh, I'm just, you know, I'm really just looking to have a good time, meet some new people, I'm not really taking anything too serious right now. Men will see that as a challenge. They'll be like, oh, really? Nah, I'm really gonna make her fall for me. I'm really gonna make her want me. I'm really gonna... Women, when you go into a date and you're like, I'm looking for my forever husband, I want him to be committed, I want him to be faithful, I want him to be this, you're scaring people away. And that's fine. Like, yeah, maybe they should be scared away, but you're laying it on too thick on the first time of meeting somebody. Just stop. Tell them, I'm here to have a good time. Watch them try and impress you, because you're like, I don't even want anything from you. I want to drink this drink, I want to have this meal, and then I'm going to go on about my business. I'm not putting the expectation on you to be my knight in shining armor. I don't give a furf. I'm here to eat this pasta, drink this wine, make a new friend, and I'm going home tonight. And I'm going home by myself tonight. Nice to meet you. That's what you do. You will get over that person, I promise you. So anyway, going through a breakup is an opportunity to upgrade your life in a major way. I know it sucks, I know it hurts, but when you learn how to transmute energy, it becomes the biggest blessing, I promise you. I promise you. Every time I've gone through a breakup, my life upgrades. I hit the gym hard. I learn a new skill. I create something new in my business. I make more money. No shade to those guys. They're all great guys, but I was pouring my energy into them instead of pouring it into myself. Don't make that mistake. Breakups are a good thing. Transmute the energy and prove it to yourself. That is all I want to say. I love you guys so much. My name is Nija Sym. I help awaken women create their dream life, and I will see you guys in my next video.